There is still significant skepticism within the labor movement about what a transition to a fossil-free economy means.
How does our warming planet impact Americans in our day-to-day lives? We went on a bus tour across the South and Southwest to find out. The Freedom to Breathe tour was our attempt to understand how climate change was overlapping with the racial, social, and economic issues facing Americans across the country. Our goal was to see for ourselves how fossil fuel pollution and climate change touch people's lives through public health, housing, the environment, and the economy. And we'd be missing a huge piece of this story if we didn't talk about the way the job market could be impacted by a changing climate. One of the rare, hopeful areas when it comes to climate change is the ongoing transition to cleaner energy. Wind and solar power are starting to be cheaper than coal or natural gas. Nevada has been at the forefront of the move towards solar power, and when the Freedom to Breathe tour passed through Las Vegas, we visited Sunrun, one of the largest solar installers in the country. During our tour of the Sunrun facility, we spoke with State Senator Chris Brooks. Brooks used to run a solar company, and he's watched the state's solar industry grow to employ thousands of people.
The two most important issues that face Nevada and our world today are income inequality and climate change. The clean energy economy, renewable energy, specifically solar in the state of Nevada, could solve both of those problems or help to solve them.
Brooks is excited about the potential for renewable jobs and wants to see other states invest like Nevada has.
For the states that are sitting on the sidelines, don't be afraid of change and embrace the economic opportunities that clean energy can bring to your state.
And states are adopting better policies, thanks in part to the national conversation around the Green New Deal, a plan that addresses both climate catastrophe and economic inequality. It demands a national economic transformation, one that phases out fossil fuel infrastructure, creates good-paying unionized jobs in the renewable sector, and shifts leadership power from traditional climate leaders to solutions built through grassroots organizations, labor unions, and renewable energy. And support for this kind of climate action is growing among voters. 82% of Democratic voters want aggressive action on climate change. While the Green New Deal hasn't made progress in Congress, it's pushed Democratic presidential candidates to come out in support of ambitious climate action. The Green New Deal also has the support of one of the country's largest unions, the Service Employees International Union, which boasts more than 1 million members. 32BJ, a local branch of SEIU, was the first union to come out in support of the plan. Hector Figueroa was the longtime leader of 32BJ, and in the summer of 2019, I had the honor of interviewing him just weeks before he passed away.
Confronting the climate crisis, in which 32BJ, we have been engaged with the need to go to a green economy and the threat of climate change now for quite some time. But it also incorporates the other preoccupation of our union, which is growing income inequality and the fact that working people are not making ends meet in this economy.
Other unions like the AFL-CIO have expressed skepticism about whether the Green New Deal could actually work. The number of renewable jobs is rising, but they often don't pay as well as jobs in the fossil fuel industry. So how do we make the transition to a cleaner economy good for workers?
We have to provide a path for a just transition for these workers. Retraining, redirecting their talent, their skills, their energy, being able to offer other means of support to their communities, and that's going to take generations to be accomplished.
Across the country, renewable jobs are on the rise and fossil fuel jobs are declining. Unions want to make sure that workers are protected as the sector grows.
We have to reduce CO2 and other global warming gases in the atmosphere. We owe it to ourselves, to our children, to do the transition, and to get there, you have to include workers.